Rap.
Hey. My window low with my J burning, I'm in it. The cuts where I be earning all of my winnings.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy J.McGeeIIIree, and the J stands for Juice, and I am in here so me and you, we can have a discussion. So today, on January 24th, 2020, New York Giants great Eli Manning has announced his retirement from the NFL, and I'm very surprised by this. Not because he retired. I think that it is definitely time for him to retire. He is definitely not the player he used to be, but he's been in the league for 17 years. Eventually, everyone loses a little steam. It happens to the best of them. What I am surprised, though, is that I hear more people than I expect say that Eli is probably not a Hall of Fame quarterback. And I'm just here to say, what are you guys talking about? Like, I truly believe that Eli Manning is definitely a Hall of Fame quarterback. And he, first ballot. It shouldn't even be a question. The first time that he is eligible for the Hall of Fame, he should be getting into the Hall of Fame. We won't even include the fact that he's a Manning. Him being a Manning alone is probably enough. I mean, him being a Manning and sustaining a successful career is probably long enough. Good enough for him to get into the Hall of Fame. But I just see people keep disrespecting his numbers. And I'm here to tell you that if you don't think Eli Manning is the first ballot Hall of Famer, stop watching football. Stop talking football, because you obviously don't know anything. But I'm here to help you guys. So, I got my handy dandy notebook. I'm just going to run through some stuff with you. And you tell me at the end of this video if you don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Anyway, let's start at the beginning. Eli Manning was drafted in 2004 with the first pick overall. He was drafted by the then San Diego Chargers, but it was well publicly known that he didn't want to play in San Diego. Everybody knew everybody knew that San Diego was gonna pick him, but he's like, nah, bro, I'm not playing for San Diego. So, you can draft me if you want to, but I ain't stepping on that field in that Charger blue. So, San Diego traded him. They made a deal with the New York Giants, traded him in exchange for the Giants trading them Phillip Rivers. They traded him a 2004 third round pick, I think, which ended up being a place kicker or something like that, and then a 2005 draft pick, which ended up being Sean Merriman, linebacker. He used to do the lights out shit. He was kind of a beast. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about here. So yeah, that story begins in New York, and throughout his 17 years in the league, he has gotten a bunch of accolades, and let's run through these accolades really quick. Oh, my light went out, but we're gonna keep this going. All right, obviously the obvious one, he won a Super Bowl twice, and one of those years he actually beat a New England Patriots team with Tom Brady. The team didn't lose all season. They won their 16 games. They won their 2 games to get to the Super Bowl, and then Eli was like, hey, bro, and we ain't having none of that. Got him out of there. Won 2 Super Bowls and won 2 Super Bowl MVPs. And guess what? He's only one of 5 quarterbacks to do so. One of five players to do so. With the other 4 being Bart Starr, Terry Bradshaw, Joe Montana, and Tom Brady. Like, that is elite company to be in. Crazy. 4-time Pro Bowl. I don't really give a shit about Pro Bowls. 2 of those. And then he won NFL Man of the Year, which obviously is off the field charity work and stuff like that. So he was a good dude in general. Obviously, he spent all 17 years of his career in New York, and he finished with the franchise records in yards, touchdown passes, and completed passes. And he also has the 3rd longest string of consecutive starts by a quarterback. 210 consecutive starts from 2004 to 2017, and even up until now, he has never missed a game due to injury. He's missed games, but they didn't play him. Hey, maybe you're not good enough. They tried out what's his name, Daniel Jones. Is that the guy's name? I don't watch Giants football. I watched it before because Eli, but I don't really watch Giants football. And he retired 7th all time in passing yards and 8th all time in TDs. He also holds an NFL record, or he's like up there and being sacked the most time. But the Giants O-line wasn't that great, and I think that speaks volumes considering that his O-line, he's one of the most sacked quarterbacks ever, and he still managed to do all of this. Let's see, he holds numerous NFL records. Most fourth quarter touchdowns in a season, 15. He did that in 2011. He is obviously tied with the longest completion and touchdown pass at 99 yards. Obviously, he's going to keep that record because 99 yards is the longest touchdown you can throw. He has the most, game-winning drives in one season with 8, which he also did. He has a lot of game-winning drives in his, in his pocket. But he has the most game-winning drives in one season with 8. Same season that he had the most fourth-quarter touchdowns. And he had the most pass yards in a single playoff run with 1,219. Imagine only playing, 3 or 4 games in the playoffs and still managing to throw 1,200 yards. That's that's an average of 300 yards a game. And if he was the number 1 seed, then that's 400. Come on, man. Eli Manning is the GOAT. Okay, he's the GOAT. Anyway. And then let's just actually get into these numbers. He's played in 236 games throughout his career, and he started in 234, which means he was a backup twice before the Giants were like, all right, this is our dude. Man, get 57,000 pass yards. Like I said, that was 7th all time. You have to think about how many quarterbacks have come through the NFL. There's 32 teams in the NFL. Every team has a quarterback. Every team has a backup quarterback. Every team has a backup quarterback after that. Yeah, I get it. Once you find a good starter, you really don't change quarterbacks. But to, throughout the history of the NFL, to be 7th all time in yards and 8th all time in touchdowns with 366. Obviously, like Brady, Manning, Breeze, those guys are like way ahead, but they were better for longer. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Eli Manning. So after I just ran through all of this stuff, really quick video. How could you sit here and say Eli Manning isn't a first ballot Hall of Famer? Do I think he'll be a unanimous first ballot Hall of Famer? No, because that rarely happens. But to say that he's not a Hall of Famer at all, like, I understand if you don't think he's first ballot, maybe second or third, but I see some people who are literally saying that he should not be in the Hall of Fame. My question to you is, do you watch football? Did you see the same games that I saw? Did you see those Super Bowls? I watched those Super Bowls. Eli is dominant. He was never as good as his brother, but how? How can you say that? How? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell because I'm going to be doing videos like this all the time. I want to sit and have discussions with you guys. I will see you guys next time. Peace.